What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mark Anthony, and I'm here with L, and I'm here with E10S01, and we are You Talk It, we bring it. And for today, just to recap, let's go to recap. We had Jeff Stately in the building last week.
Yes, we did.
Amazing artist from the city, great music, great presence. He was dropping some gems on us too, man.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for bringing him through, L.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we talked some good stuff about the business of music too.
Yeah, and being an artist and what it means, and it's always interesting to hear different perspectives when you hear the word art and artist,
and acknowledging that it's work too. I think that's key, and that was some great dialogue we had.
I agree. I think it was nice.
Yeah, I think it was dope. And for today's show, we are gonna talk about kid stuff.
That's still fun.
This day and age. So things that we did as kids
that we still find fun today.
Factamundo. All right, so fun stuff, things that are still fun to this day since we were kids. That is still fun. Deontay, you first, because I want to know. I'm interested. Like, is Atari still one of your things? Like, what do we?
What? What?
He's trying to make an old guy joke.
I definitely am. That's exactly what I'm doing.
You know what? I like wrestling video games. I like versus video games. I did like those first-person shoot-'em-up games for a little while when I was like, Nintendo 64 days.
Example?
Oh no! Don't act like you didn't play Nintendo Duck Hunt. Like, don't say Nintendo 64.
See,
you skipped a whole couple of generations before that.
Duck Hunt was for that kid that had no friends, Mark.
.com or Duck?
Yeah, I had no friends. I was playing Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I know that one.
Duck Hunt was cool. No, she's too young. She wasn't created yet.
Wow. Okay, I guess I'm a baby.
1984? Yeah.
I wasn't created yet either.
Oh, okay. Well, then.
Is it like the ones that they be having at
you have
like round one and stuff like that? They just be having like the shooting games you can do, and it's just.
Well, it's
a
graphics
pistol
now.
It's a pistol though. There's a little pistol that you aimed at your TV and pow.
And you killed like birds. Since you said it's a duck hunt.
And then if you miss because you were horrible at life, the dog would come out the grass and go boom 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 and laugh at you. It's like you're playing with your friends. You'd be like, "You're a loser," So it was a fun game. They also had a game called Gyromite, where you had A and B were connected to red and blue stompers to crush the other person. And it was like a game of negotiation. Yeah, I'm going to let you pass this time. And the guy had to run past as fast as he could.
I want to see this game.
Yeah, Gyromite.
I'm like, I need to see it.
Yeah, that was fun. I always liked competitive things like or games you could play for a long time by yourself, like Turok the Dinosaur Hunter.
Oh yeah, I remember Turok.
That was a dope game. But even things like Pong, where it's like it's basically like glorified hockey, like when you shoot the thing across the table, except you can do it at home and it's free,
Right.
But I like some video games. I like movies. What's your choice, Lindsay?
Movies.
Movies.
Little kid movies. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to play with my brother's like video games as a kid growing up, so. That's an X name for me. But I used to watch him play Ninja Turtles all the time. He would play the like Ninja Turtles and stuff like that.
That was the ish. Pizza. What?
Yeah.
What?
My
cousin Xavier. We used to watch that movie all the freaking time.
The first one was a good movie. The rest was.
What? That was the ish.
If you ever get the privilege of seeing a cartoon with Lindsay, her eyes just get like 10 inches wide all around, and she's like,
just around the riverbed.
I just enjoy really good movies. And I'm easily entertained.
Like she disappeared.
I'm easily entertained.
I am.
She completely
So
disappears.
take a napkin and make it interesting.
Like you have to.
draw
A napkin?
I'll draw on it.
I'm saying you make it interesting.
You have to tap her on the shoulder and be like, Lindsay, we have a show to do. So, oh, sorry, I was watching Rango.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, good but bad.
Yeah.
I guess it's my turn now, huh?
It is.
Listen, honestly, I played a lot of video games, but there was one video game that really, really did it for me. And honestly, there was a few actually. There was a few video games. So you remember Tomb Raider, the first one that ever came out for PlayStation?
No.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
Nah.
I mean, the controls were a little off, but I liked that game. All the Budokais from Dragon Ball Z. I love Tekken. Tekken was
My brothers used to play that
Tekken,
all the
yeah.
I
time.
love Tekken. Like
I
I'll
don't
get
know.
Horang. Man, I'll kick the shit out of somebody with Horang.
The Bruce Lee looking dude.
Oh, you talking about Jin?
Lee?
Jin or Devil Jin? Street Fighter was my joint. I love Street Fighter.
Street Fighter, I played that.
Mortal Kombat.
Yep. I played that. Wait, I played games.
Yeah.
One of my friends that lived in like a 2-family home,
Yeah.
with both parents, so they had a little extra money. He used to get the games like 2 weeks before everyone did.
Oh.
So it's like he would practice, and then it'd be like, hey guys, come over and play, and then he'd like beat everybody's ass for like a week.
You know what? It took me a little minute to get hip to the Batman series, the games.
Arkham.
Oh my God! When you talk about transcending, those games like transcended like video games.
It was
Like the Switch?
difficult, man.
Like Arkham Origins was probably the best Batman or video game ever created.
I agree with that statement.
Arkham Origins
I'll
was
take your word for it.
it was
I'm
rated
like,
the
I'm gonna
best
take your
video
word
game
for it.
of the year, but it was literally the best video game I've ever seen and ever dealt with and ever touched. Then you had Arkham Knight. That was the final conclusion to the series, but the whole series is just dope. It's just dope.
You know what's really cool now is like you don't need cartridges anymore. You don't need to blow in them like.
Yeah, and die. We used to blow on the cartridges and die to get them to work. I'll never forget playing Nintendo and almost passing out. It was crazy.
Or wait, loading time.
Man.
You young cats don't know what loading time is. It's like you looking.
We know what loading time is with PlayStation. PlayStation, man. Remember playing for PlayStation? What was that racing game that was really? It wasn't Need for Speed. It was the other one. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo was the joint back in the day.
Yeah, I never really got into like the racing games. or the Dragon Ball Z because it's just a little outside my generation.
Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z Budokai, every single Dragon Ball Z game ever created was freaking ridiculous.
I don't know what a Budokai is.
Me either, but it's just, it's a video game.
Sounds fun.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai, Dragon Ball Z Takashi, whatever it was. But all the series is dope. Like, it was just really interesting. Like, I used to be a gamer at one point.
Heavy?
Yeah. I couldn't stay out the video games because it was either that or go outside and get tackled.
Go outside and get tackled.
And I was getting hurt. So I was like, let me just play video games and go back outside and get tackled. Then get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it was...
Then go back inside because you're hurt.
Yeah, you know how that goes. So when you're hurting, you ain't got nothing to do but play video games, So because playing football.
One of you guys
true.
brought up some outside things like amusement parks.
Yes.
Who was that?
I wasn't really a big amusement parks.
I said amusement parks. Yeah, I went as a kid, but now like older. Thrill rides kind of like they give me anxiety. So I can't really. Yeah, they give me anxiety. I can't really
Smoke a little pot and you'll be alright.
You know what's crazy? I haven't done that yet. Just because I'm like, yo, what if I get really paranoid while I'm on the ride, and I'm like, yo, what if I fall out? Like, if we go upside down, if my shit gonna fall out? Like, I'm not trying to have that experience.
Nah, I hear you. Yeah.
You know the main ride that gives me really bad anxiety now, though,
What's that?
and it didn't give me that when I was a kid. The one that shoots straight up.
Yeah.
Like the elevator, some shit like that. I don't know what it's called, but
There's a bunch of them like that.
And it goes
Six Flags?
Yeah, because it goes up and then it stops and it goes up and then it stops and it goes up and then it drops you back down, brings you back
I don't-
up. I'm like, yo, y'all playing with my life.
I'm cool.
It's crazy when the change falls out of your pocket.
I'm good. I'm good with, I just started getting on planes, for the last
That's true.
2
You
years.
did say that. You did
You know what
say
I'm saying?
that.
So like roller coasters, I was like, yeah, I'm really good with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm good once I'm on them because like
No, I'm good. Period. Like we ain't doing roller coasters. Like,
You know what?
sorry.
Amusement park is not something we're all gonna do.
His
How about SeaWorld?
Here's my truth, right? For years, I was scared of that stuff as a kid. You know, my cousin fell out a ride. My uncle caught her in the air.
What?
Right? Yeah. So I was like,
Was it the fireball?
I don't know. It was one that goes like that.
The fireball.
Yeah.
At the fair?
So she was undersized,
That's crazy.
and they let her on it anyways, and that was the wrong decision, you know. But she could have been like, you know, one with the pavement, and it's like scary, you know. I was like, yeah, I still to this day don't trust like pop-up carnivals because they put that shit up and take it down, and like when do they have time for maintenance on it? You know what I mean?
When the game's closed.
Yeah. Do you think they do the maintenance? They're just here for a month, then they go to the next place, and then they go to
I
the
trust
next place.
that the fair takes their time and care when I get up on the ride.
Also, they hire like junkies and stuff at the fair. Not, you know, like, sorry, junkies is a bad term. They hire people who aren't in the best situations in their life, so they're not really focused on
the job at hand.
Job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah, but when you're
I'll go to a place that has money, you know, like a Disney park, or what's that place in Florida? There's a big one in Tampa Bay, Busch Gardens, right? I went there. They got this roller coaster that goes like up slow, like tick, 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 and then they hang you over an edge, and you can see nothing but trees because you're super high up. Like
and that shit drops you down.
But all the blood rushes to the front of your body.
New topic. Amusement parks, I hate you. Okay.
All right, fine.
No. Six Flags is no. We can do Six Flags. I mean, wave pool is good for me.
Wave pool is good for me.
You know what I'm saying? Wave pool is
sit in
good
the
for
water
me. You know what I'm
park.
saying? We can get in the water.
I enjoy water parks though.
We can get in the water.
I lost my shorts on a water slide. I was like, what? They're like right next to me. I still have no idea how that happened.
We know how it happened, Dante. We know.
Yeah, magic.
Magic.
It's magic. You know.
That could be a segue to
So what's the
our next
most
topic.
embarrassing thing that's happened to you?
I mean, clearly that isn't it. I mean, there must be more, right?
Yeah, there's plenty.
Oh, snap.
But
Let's hear it.
I'll let you guys go.
I'll go first.
Go ahead, El.
Like, because I know I have an embarrassing moment. And this is my most embarrassing moment up to date.
Oh, up to date.
Yeah, okay. So, after I graduated Brockton High, shit like that, I was looking for a job. These people contacted me to work for them, and it was Cutco. Cutco was the company. Selling knives. Yeah, I was selling knives. Some fancy-ass knives.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some real good knives, right? So I went for the interview, and during the interview process, I had gone up, and I sat down, and I heard it rip.
Your pants?
Yo.
Oh.
Right underneath my butt. Literally right underneath the crevice.
Well,
That whole thing like ripped. And I was just like, yo, how am I supposed to go into this interview right now? Like, and I couldn't just get up and go.
so the ass was out.
I mean, it wasn't completely out, but I mean,
So the cheeks was out.
it wasn't all the way out.
She
I still
said-
got the job.
That's
I mean, well, that got you the job. The ass, the ass was out. Of course, wait, you're hired.
The whole
She
thing
stood
wasn't
up.
out.
You're hired.
so
No, but it was really embarrassing though, because I remember like we had to go up and sit and like talk to these people, and I was just like, if I get up and people are standing behind me, what are they gonna see? What am I supposed to do? Like,
Yeah, they gonna see that ass. That's what they gonna see.
now this is gonna sound funny.
I bet it is the end.
Yeah, you know.
Let's hear it.
But what kind of drawers were you wearing? Like that's what makes it.
I was like, probably, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but I would assume so.
That's what makes you sweat a little. Like you know.
Yeah, the ass starts sweating.
Can I feel the breeze? why is this chair wet? Swag.
Yo, of course it. I don't got no ass swamp.
No. It ain't saying you got ass swamp, but you know, you get a
sweaty
little,
from being nervous.
you get a little nervous. The ass just starts talking.
I mean, at that point in time, I was like, fucking my ass already out. Like,
I mean,
ain't no more going downhill from here.
right.
Well, there's always downhill.
Okay, no, I'm gonna say that was that. Nope, that was my downhill. That was it.
Well, I guess my embarrassing moment was
Yes.
back in high school. Young Mark was getting I was getting some what these kids call it nowadays, sloppy toppy. I was getting some sloppy toppy. Yeah, I was outside. We was outside.
How old were you?
I was old enough.
In a,
I was old enough.
What?
I mean, I was getting. Hey, listen, she did what she was doing.
did
and we
he
was
say
outside.
high school or junior high?
I
High
was
school.
High school.
Okay.
You said high school.
And she was doing what we were supposed to be doing, and well, because she was supposed to be doing it, and
She was supposed to be doing
Yeah,
that.
I mean-
That's why she was there the whole time.
I mean, that's why she was there. That's why I was there. She said she wanted to, so we was doing what we were supposed to be doing. That's what was supposed to happen. It happened, and that's what we're supposed to be doing. So, so a brother got caught. Yeah, they called. Yeah, the police showed up, and I had just finished.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I just finished. Swear to God, I just finished, and it was hilarious. And they were looking for the DNA, cause she had spit it out. So it was like they was looking for the DNA. So I mean,
yeah. Trying to put your boy in jail. Like they're trying to give you time.
nah, they
Assault and battery.
they were like, what's going on here? I was like, nothing. What's going on? I was just, what you guys doing back here? I was like, just chilling.
Homework.
I swear to goodness, I was so scared.
Yo, that's
I was
wild.
scared as hell because I
That's
literally
wild.
just finished here. Woo! I was like, oh.
Just in time.
I was like, I was like, I was still, I was like, oh yeah, I'm pulling myself together. I heard, woo! I was like, oh Jesus, oh my God, they here for you?
Yeah. You ever see that 70s show? Yeah, he's cracking himself up.
Oh shit.
We'll let him recover. You good?
Yeah, it was hilarious, man. Just looking back as a kid doing stupid stuff, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get caught doing that now, Whoever she was, she'll remain unnamed. Thank you.
Probably best that way.
Thanks.
You just sound like a dog right now. Whoever she was.
No, obviously I know. who
No,
she
I'm
was.
just kidding.
Can't say
So
the name.
I was watching that 70s show and they got caught doing the deed in the back of the station wagon because, that's what they did back then. The station wagon got a long bed, and they're under a blanket and a cop rolls up on them and they both go under the blanket and he says, I got a plan. And she's like, what are you going to do? And he's like, don't worry about it.
Don't move.
And he sticks his head out the blanket and the cop's like, what are you doing right there? He's like, go away. And then they go poop, and it's like, they both end up going to jail or whatever.
Go away.
It's like that's a Dwayne plan right there.
Oh man. So I guess it's your turn now, Deontay.
I'm gonna go PG on this stuff, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you should have told me that before. You should have said disclaimer. It's too late now. We already recorded it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Keep it in there.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna edit it.
No.
They be like, this guy Mark is raunchy. He needs Jesus. I already know they're gonna say that in the comments. Thanks.
You be alright.
He set me up.
You're
all
the,
good.
you're the bad guy. That's okay. At least you don't have your asshole. Yeah.
I mean, hey, it could be,
All right. Don't be trying to ignore the question. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah, he's stalling, right?
Yes.
But
Stalling.
how often when does this happen? When it's my turn? It's like, yeah. So I will go with this. Your guy over here had huge buck teeth, so there was a lot of stuff like that. Buggy beaver, rabbit. Diente Loco came from that.
Yes.
Your family. I'm just saying. It's like. So there's a lot of that stuff, but after a while, I made it my identity. But I remember when I started stand-up comedy, I was super nervous. And I was at that fancy place, the best place to perform ever, sarcastically, Max's Blues Cafe. Where it's like, you ever see Roadhouse?
The Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds of that kind of a bar. I never had a safe night there. So
He said I never had a safe night.
I've had decent nights there.
Yeah, I have
yeah,
too.
they should have put a cage around the stage. I'm just saying.
You're a fool.
I just had those nights there, man. So it's like I'm on stage and I go up with the mic and I'm like, yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? There's no sound on the mic. So everyone just started booing me. And that's not a crowd you want to boo you because they'll throw shit at you. And I'm like, people are talking.
They actually threw things at you?
They was about to.
Oh. I'm like, damn.
If I wasn't funny, it would have got bad. Also, I can't, when people talk shit, I got to give it back because of the Buckteeth stuff. It's like, tit for tat with people. And I do your mother jokes a lot when I don't respect a person. Like you got to build up to the good stuff, So here I am trying to do jokes and there's no audio, and like the microphone had like a weird button on the bottom or something that you had to hold for like 10 seconds, and the guy before me shut it off by accident. And I remember having a ball of sweat go like from here to here, and I could feel it every step of the way, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And by the time I got to here, before it dropped down, it felt like 500 pounds of sweat on my head. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And then the sound went, and then I was like, oh, it's on. And I was like, murder, 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 murder. And I actually had someone try to attack me on stage. That was kind of...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
Like they were talking trash. So, it's like you can't keep up with me when I'm on. Like when I'm on fire, I was nervous and I was anxious. And then when you're in front of an audience, you got all the power or no power. And they was going in when I had no sound. And I'm like, the first guy that left of me, I was like, listen, work release, stop talking or I'll call somebody to take you home, and then I ripped on some people, talked about somebody's mom.
Oh, wow.
And then that's when they tried to get me, So
That's what they tried to get me.
I was ready to do some Pele moves. I was like, I'm going to kick him. Kick him punch.
So now I got another question. What's the scariest thing that ever happened to you? Like that put the fear of God in your soul?
That is a good question.
I'm like, contemplate this one.
Yeah. I almost died a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember waking up in an ambulance like this. And I could see my lips.
Oh, do it again?
No.
Wait again. Oh, yeah. We wasn't prepared. We wasn't ready. You got to do it again. Nah, do it again.
You want to see it
We're
again?
going to record it. I mean, we're recording this.
So
I'm going to rewind it, and then I'm going to share it on Facebook. And look at Duyante's face.
You can do it.
Rewind.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna let you. That's cool.
I'm gonna record it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna record my reaction to it too.
White people get red, right?
This is stupid.
So it's all good. But like, you want to hear the story? I was scared, man. You know why? I woke up not breathing, and like, when you don't breathe for a couple of minutes, like you turn blue. So like, you can see the skin and stuff, and it's like I was like blue, like Smurf blue, and I was like, is this it? And I remember like one of my uncles at the time, he's like, you're gonna make it. I'm like, I am. I'm like you get like all weird, like because like oxygen is coming back to your body and everything, and then like you're in an ambulance and it's like you're fading in and out because you're tired of stuff because you're just not breathing. So like I almost died a few times, but that was like the time that was like, this is some real stuff right here.
What about you, Al?
Death.
I'm like, oh no. Okay. So.
I'm on camera wiping my nose.
One time,
yeah, me too.
I was coughing. I mean, it's all good.
That's all good.
I'm like, I was coughing. The fear of God. So one time, I was in high school. I went out with my girl. We went out on the weekend. Went out to like Riviera. I don't know where we went. Went to some house party. We were out partying all night. All night. her parents started calling her. My parents started calling me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we both didn't answer our parents' phone calls. My mom started calling me again repeatedly, and I was just like, oh, fuck.
She's doing a clap.
I answered that phone call. My mother started giving me a whole new one. They were at the house, because apparently something happened along the lines where, like, her parents didn't know where we went, or, like, both parents weren't aware. One of the parents knew, the other parent didn't know, so they were both freaking out. Yeah, my parents laid me a whole new one that night.
Oh,
that for me brought like the fear of God in my heart, because my whole heart dropped straight to my ass. I was like, I know I'm gonna get this shit. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
And I did.
I had an experience like that with my mom, except, my mom would normally, yell a lot and just be mad, and then like, okay, see you later. Like, you'll get over it, but, because you're a kid, you think like that. Mm-hmm. And, I got real drunk and, party in high school, and then it's like, she just didn't say any words.
That's scary.
I was like, yo, she's never been this mad.
Yeah.
So that was a scary moment.
Yeah, see, they be putting the fear of God in your soul.
Mm-hmm. Mark, it's your turn, boy.
A few years ago, a young man by the name of Mark.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, a few years ago, I was working a lot of hours, and I was working odd shifts. I would pick up any shift, and I wasn't really sleeping that much. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to this girl at the time, and we got into an argument, and my body just was doing some weird stuff, and I felt like I had a heart attack. Yeah, I felt like I had a heart attack. I was like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there scared as hell. And to the point where I almost like tear up. I'm like, what the hell's going on with me? And it was really weird. It was a legit panic attack. I've never had one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was stressed from work. I was stressed. I was working like 80,
That's
90
crazy.
hours.
And then stress from home.
Yeah, I was
Stress
stressed
all
at
around.
home. Yeah, so I was just like, I broke down. And it was weird. I was like, oh my God, what is this?
He starts falling on the
What
floor
is
doing a
this?
chicken dance.
No. I was in my car, and I legit, my left arm went like stupid numb. So that's why I was like, what's going on, man?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I went and got seen after that. Of course,
So that's
but,
how you know when things have like built up too much for you, and you.
I was working way too many hours,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sleeping. I was literally sleeping in my car.
Yeah.
Like I would go from job to job, and I would sleep in my car in between shifts, and then get right back on the clock. Shower, get right back on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, that was my life. Working.
Yeah, I'm learning right now to not be a workaholic.
Same.
It's like, hey, we get more subscribers and we can make some money doing this 5 days a week.
Right.
The jobs is gone.
I was gonna say, I'm actually starting to like come to a realization, understanding like corporate America is not for me.
I just want to grow my dreads and just lift weights all day and podcast and record music.
I would like to get dreads, but I don't think that would look good on me. But I agree.
I want to get dreads and just be a dreadlock of them.
I want to be a stay-at-home dog mom that makes art, sells art,
Stay-at-home dog mom.
that makes art and soup. Cause
Oh, that's one of those Dwayne moments right there. You're like, you want to be a stay-at-home mom?
So
yeah, it is.
So how would we? So you can't call her a MILF. What would it be?
DILF?
Dog mom?
D-MILF? I don't know.
Dog mom?
Dog mom, I'd like
Y'all gonna have to find an acronym.
Yeah.
I think so.
Y'all gonna have to find
hey.
an acronym for that one.
Hey, we'll have to ask the audience for that, guys. Come up with something creative.
Come up with a nickname for Elle for being a dog mom, and mix it with MILF, I guess.
Hey,
Or something.
Way.
Or something.
Be smart. We believe in you.
You
guys.
gotta
Smart.
be wicked smart, right?
Wicked smart. That, you know what wicked smart, that like phrase reminds me of? Have you guys seen Good Will Hunting?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the part in the bar where they're like going at it, like arguing.
How do you like them apples? I got a number. Yeah.
He says, my boy's wicked smart. Like, towards the end of it, he just screams it to him. Ben Affleck does it, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Boston accent.
He goes, my boy's wicked smart.
Yeah. We should review that movie one of these days. Good Will Hunting's one of my favorite movies
You
of all
know,
time.
yeah, Roland watches it all the time. That's one of his, like, faves.
I'm going to gripe about my Boston movies. Like, we don't all sound like South Boston diehard yahoos. You know, like, yahoos, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm using an old guy phrase. I don't know.
When I moved back up to Massachusetts in 2005, I was pissed I lost my southern accent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was pissed.
So sorry.
Yeah. I was down there and I got one at the right time because I was at the right age. And I came up here and girls was like, oh my God, say that again. I like, you like, I talk like that.
Yo.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, man, my southern accent was crazy. And then I literally in Boston, Massachusetts for 3-4 months. And my accent was gone because I was already up here for so many years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my accent's funny because I like borrow words, you know, like I can't, my OUTs or whatever is like goat, you know, goat is like, or about, it's like almost a little Canadian.
About.
Yeah, and it's and then my Boston words are like at, you know, but I say car. So it is like I borrow things, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's understandable. I was gonna say, I know for like myself, like I pick up accents or like dialects like really, really fast.
Yeah, it's weird because being around Spanish and stuff, you can tell like different Spanish people. Like, oh, that's not a Mexican, that's a Guatemalan. Like
That's
like
not a Mexican.
and like sometimes because I can tell, I think everyone can tell. I'm like,
You can't assume. Don't you know assuming's not good?
I'm old and white, that's what we do.
All right, fine, whatever. Do what you want to do, boo-boo.
Old and white, that's what we do. He's an idiot.
He said it first.
He's a fool.
You know the mic is over there, though, right?
Yeah, they can hear me, though.
I was like, what?
The microphone can hear me, trust me.
And just give it a hard time. Yeah, so, no, but like if you are used to certain dialects and stuff, you can pick them up differently.
Yeah.
You know, like you're from down south, you know, or you're from here. Are you from Philly? Are you know?
I actually met somebody from down south, and I had no idea what they were saying. I was like, what?
Oh,
is
you'll meet some people with real country accents. Like I was in the country. They call Tallahassee the country. Like it's a city, but it's country. Like everybody on there talk like, you know what I'm saying? Like they, you know what I'm saying? They talk about, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Talk like this, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they talk in the city for real. Like they be like, "What happened, boy?"
I believe it.
Like the accent's strong, real strong.
And they're super polite to each other down there, even if they're mad at each other. You know, that ain't right.
Like, yeah, and then they shoot you. And up Tallahassee go hard.
Yeah,
they go hard.
I had never been shot in the South.
Yeah,
they got guns in the South though. Well, they got mad guns in the South. Like they got arsenals in their trunk. They're like, yeah, I just went to a gun show. Whoosh, check these out. I'm like, yeah.
A gun show.
Not Mark's Arms, folks.
I was waiting for one of y'all to do it.
Which you can purchase on his premium.
On his premium.
Hit the premium.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, next.
They ain't gonna say next. They gonna say blessed. Yeah, let me stress you out, girl. Come here. Hit the premium.
Let me stress you out.
Nobody likes
Stress out in a good way or a bad way? Cause
please.
Mark
always gonna be a good
loves
way.
himself right there. He does. You get the high self-esteem, bro.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. Because if you don't, guess what?
what?
Somebody's gonna drain it anyway, right? They're gonna just he just thinks he's just so wonderful. You know? Mm-hmm. They talk about you anyway. Just be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Just be
They talked
genuine.
about Jesus.
I've been
People talk about you every day.
Yeah.
I've been working a lot, so like I'm just like I feel like there's
Deontay said he's been working a lot and working out a lot.
Ooh.
I lost 10 pounds, ladies and gentlemen.
He is losing weight and feeling great.
That was actually nice.
You guys.
Deontay can be reached at
I'll put.
His premium.
Hit his premium. Hit his premium.
Yeah, I take Cash App too.
Cash App,
Venmo.
Venmo.
He said post-dated checks as well, folks.
Wow.
EBT.
It's all right with me.
He said, I take EBT as long as I can see ID. You know what I mean? I hear you, D.
You can't use someone else's card and get these, groceries.
Yeah, people do that all the time.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into that topic.
All right.
'Cause,
That's fine. That's all right. We don't have to.
But yeah,
I'm sorry, I was being goofy.
yeah, no, that's
I
okay.
threw us all off.
Yeah,
Gosh, how
I
dare
hope
you?
you guys can forgive me eventually.
Debatable.
Jesus. Christmas gifts?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Deontay.
yeah, man. So it's like I was just saying something about. I was going off topic a little of the show, but it's like. Like you feel good, you do good.
Right,
You know what
right,
I mean? We talked about with nutrition. You get
He said, uh-oh.
I didn't do it.
Those goddamn cops.
Well, mine.
Yeah. So you get what you put. You get out what you put in. Yeah, and then it's like starting
thing.
to feel good, and it's like. Also, I gotta say this to you, man. You always talking about working and overdoing things. You only got a finite amount of time in life, and you do gotta make the best of it. And this is old guy advice right now. That's gonna be a segment. Old guy advice.
Old guy advice from Deontay.
Deontay stay feeling himself because he got a full beard. He's older. He ain't looking that old.
He feeling right.
He feeling himself. He like, let me drop some gems on you young boys. Back in my day. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
that can be the name of the segment.
Back in my day. Back in my day. I like
Yeah,
that.
I don't know why I went southern on it, but back in my day.
I like that.
You could, but
Yeah, I got no wrinkles. That's pretty cool. 43.
that's actually true.
You a young boy.
I get 35 all the time. When I got no beard, I get like 28.
Think about it.
It's a hairline that gives some stuff away, but that's okay. I got testosterone, so my hair say goodbye. That's all right. So what I'm gonna say to you is, I used to work like you. 100 hours was like a regular week, and I went from one job to the next. At 50 at one and 40 at another. 11 to 7, and then 7:30 to 5:30, and took a shower and went, and did some laundry, repeat. And I found myself hallucinating and stuff, and you find yourself asking, is the money worth it? And then why can't I make that much money at one job instead of two?
That's what I tried doing.
So I do that now. I make, like, what I was doing with 2 jobs, I make that at one job, bro. And I'll tell you right now, God has been blessing me. And I'm thankful for that, because I was killing myself for years, 60, 70, 80, 90 hours. Sometimes I had a car, sometimes I didn't. I was commuting from Brockton all the way to Boston. So I would take a bus, then 2 trains to get to where I needed to be, and then back. And then even after getting off the trains, I still have to walk like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, like,
You do got to figure out if
Grind.
it's worth it to do that. At times it's worth it to do it. Like when I was working in New York and Massachusetts, it was worth it because I was getting my feet in the game as far as video production goes. To start in New York, that's a pretty good blessing, because that's the best spot to be in this area, is to get recognition and get job opportunities and so there's a time and a place, but just evaluate and check things out for yourself. And that's it for my old guy news.
All right.
Which leads us to the question of the day.
Okay.
Hell.
We're looking
I'm
at you.
gonna switch it up real quick for y'all.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I know we thought of a different question, but I'm gonna switch it again.
Okay.
Okay. Since you said blessings, I was like, oh, I like that.
You're the boss.
What blessings have come your way? And that's gonna be the question of the day. What blessings have come your way? Because we all go through trials
So
and tribulations.
what are you currently being blessed with?
Yeah, and it could be literally anything. Again,
What is God blessing you with?
what is the divine giving you?
Ooh, I like that. You always do that. You always come out the cut with that. It's always smooth too. Smooth like peanut butter.
I feel
see
like
now.
you are
I see.
avoiding the question now. You doing me, bro?
Are we supposed to? Am I supposed to answer this?
You don't have to. I didn't ask it personally. I mean,
I can answer it.
We
I
usually do.
wasn't trying to avoid anything.
Yeah, no, we usually do.
I think right now I'm being blessed with my music. Aside from my 9 to 5, I was recently promoted, to a higher position, to a position where I never thought I would ever see myself. I didn't really have a definitive direction where I was gonna go, even in college. Like, you hope to finish and you hope to do these things, but then like life happens, and then you're like looking left, you're looking right. You're just trying to survive. You're doing things to survive.
Right.
And then God blesses you with opportunities,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful for what my music's doing right now and me being back on the music scene. So he's blessing me. My mom prays for me daily. So, I'm just thankful for that. The answer.
For me, it's like I got like a real tight circle and a tight net, and people care about me, and like that's a blessing in itself, and I think it's because you have what you get out kind of thing. But I guess I had one of those C to J moments one night, and it's like I'm funny with faith. I'm back and forth with it, and that's personal business. I'm not going to get into all that. And I woke up and I had it in my head that you're going to be a teacher. And I was like, what? And then like I couldn't sleep. I kept on hearing it over and over again. You're going to be a teacher. 6 weeks later, I was teaching a class out of college, and it's like I made the stuff happen, and it's like I had no choice. Like, hey, what do I got to do to teach? And they said you need these 6 signatures, and they got this thing called inter-office mail where it goes and back and forth all over the place, takes forever, and I said, I know 5 of these 6 people, so I went and got those 5 signatures right away.
Yep.
And then I went to the last guy's office. I'm like, listen, these guys signed. Come on, sign, bro. And he wasn't gonna do it. And he called somebody and he signed. And 6 weeks later, I have my first class, which, if you look at this, right, even this podcast comes from me teaching. And I had a great mentor who taught me to teach. And all these things are like interconnected, like I learned how to teach from taking a radio class, right? So I did that, and then I taught, and then I started teaching other things like the stand-up comedy workshop. And it just shows you one blessing leads to the next if you keep on following your path and connecting the dots. So if I didn't teach the comedy workshop, this podcast wouldn't be.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
So I know it's long-winded, the end there, but
It's all good.
it's good.
So.
Oh,
It's up to you.
we're looking at you.
All right. So blessings is just recently for me is just the whole family situation at home. Everything's gotten so much better. That's a blessing in the sky because things were upside down for so long. So that's one, and then also just like my art career and actually being recognized for what I truly enjoy. So those would be the
I feel like
blessings that have come.
we just need to be more positive and look for those blessings instead of like being held in the dirt with all this negative energy in the media. You know, if we just open our eyes and look, we can find the good faster. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of finding, where can they find us on social media, DNT?
At You Talk It on IG.
Twitter.
YouTube, obviously.
Subscribe.
And sound to the Clizzard out.
And Facebook.
And Facebook.
And Facebook.
And Facebook.
Hey guys,
I'm trying to tell you, man, L, when these cameras are off, L is a completely different person. Person. See, you got me talking like you. It's contagious.
hey guys, what's that thing we do?
We bring it.
Peace.
Bye.